We're big fans of racing games, and today our old dream came true. We got a cool new gaming setup consisting of a steering wheel, pedals with clutch and gearbox. Yes, with this entry-level setup you can become a professional racer gamer. Well, let us tell you more about it. We've chosen the most optimal racing setup. This is the Logitech G29, which involves a steering wheel, pedals and power adapter. In addition, we've bought a Logitech driving force shifter gearbox, which is a pity that it's not included. This kit is the most budget-friendly solution. We've paid only $325 for it, $265 for the steering wheel with pedals and $60 for the shifter. We strongly recommend you not to buy a cheaper gaming setup, because you won't be able to enjoy the game properly. This G29 is already an entry-level steering wheel. Of course, there are some people who would say that $325 is a high price, and in this way, these people will be right, because not everyone has $300 for a steering wheel with pedals. But this is the price of high quality and realistic gaming, and if your budget is very limited, it's better to use just a keyboard. For example, Logitech has recently released an updated version of the steering wheel with pedals called G923 for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, which costs twice that much. And after researching a bit, we haven't seen much difference. They had slightly updated the force feedback technology. It is implemented using a system of electric motors that emulate the behavior of the car's steering wheel. For example, if in a game at high speed you try to turn the steering wheel sharply, it won't allow you to do this. You will feel strong resistance, as it would be in a real car. Plus, you will really feel every bump and roughness of the road. We'll show you this later. To install this steering wheel, you will need either a regular table or a specialized gaming chair. Right now you see an example of such a chair on your screens. The steering wheel has special universal mounts that will fit both options. We'll use a regular table from IKEA and a racing game chair with brakes on wheels. These brakes are very useful for us because in games we want to drive on sports tracks and not on our chair in the room studio. After all, in racing games you need to press the pedals intensively. Connecting this setup is very simple, even a child would understand. First we connect the pedals and gearbox to the steering wheel, and then we connect it via USB to the PC. We will use a build PC that has an AMD Ryzen 5 3600 processor with 6 cores and 12 threads, our favorite CPU on the market at that moment, and NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060 graphics card. Also, the PC has 16 GB of RAM, and please pay attention to how the steering wheel behaves when turned on. At first we were very surprised, of course. In every start, wheel just rotates to calibrate itself. Well guys, let's drive. Most of all, we enjoyed playing 3 games: BeamNG Drive, Project Cars 2 and Euro Truck Simulator 2. Before we start testing, we want to say that this setup is quite realistic. We say this as the motorist with a decent driving experience. And if you choose the right game, you can get an incredible experience that can hardly be compared with playing on the keyboard. We always like car simulators so much, but now we're just in love with them. We could not have managed that with such a setup you can get such a realistic experience. So, now we are going to see everything by yourself and understand. Let's go. And we start perhaps with the most realistic racing game. This is Project Cars 2. We raced around the Nürburgring in an Audi R8. The game controls are just great. We literally feel the car with our own hands, and we don't need a gear lever because this car has a sequential gearbox, and we switch speeds with these special buttons on the steering wheel. You see how interesting the steering wheel behaves when we go to the side of the road. How cool and fun it is. It's a pity that we can't fully convey these feelings to you. Pay attention to how beautiful this racetrack looks. Just switch the camera to the third-person mode and you can completely enjoy the beautiful scenery of Germany, not even leaving your room. Also, on the steering wheel there are special LED indicators. They light up red at the moment when you need to change gears, and this gives a very interesting feeling, as if you're driving a modern sports car. We highly recommend Project Cars 2 to all fans of racing games. We have spent a lot of time racing around in this game and had a lot of fun. So the next game is BeamNG Drive. This is a very cool simulator with a stunning and realistic crash model, and it will also allow you to totally enjoy the shifter. In the lower right corner of your monitors you can follow how we press the pedals. We have specially selected a car with a manual transmission to show you how interesting and realistic you can play games. In principle, with this setup and simulator you can learn how to drive a car. Just see how much fun it is. Oh, it wasn't too much, and bam! That's it. The car is broken. Just look at the damage level. This is what we told you at the beginning. So now Now we're playing Euro Truck Simulation 2. It's just a super simulator that is truly worth your attention. This game can drag you on for hours, and a variety of tasks will immerse you in an exciting journey through the most interesting tracks. This game will allow you to play with and without a proper truck and shifter. For example, if you want to buy only the steering wheel and the pedals, you will definitely enjoy this game, and you can buy the shifter later. We only played with the steering wheel and pedals because we are not used to the shifter in this game yet, and we really like it. In this simulator we also felt the force feedback from the steering wheel. Now we are turning it sharply and immediately feeling it. Of course, the force feedback technology in each game works a little differently. In some games stronger and in some games weaker, but it can be configured as it would be convenient for you. Please note that there are a lot of buttons on the steering wheel, and after you set them up you will get even more pleasure from the game. You can use them to control the headlights, turn them on and off, and the funny thing is that you can even open or close the window. Just see how fun it is. No matter how strange it looks from the outside, we really enjoyed this game very much, and you can travel all over Europe sitting by your computer and feel like a real truck driver. We're very happy with this game. Okay guys, we've put together an amazing setup that will help us to brighten up a lot of evenings. If you want to feel like a real racer, truck driver, or just an ordinary driver who enjoys the beautiful scenery, then this setup is what you need. If you love racing, you definitely won't regret this purchase and will hardly be able to return to the game on a regular keyboard. It is really difficult for us to convey all our feelings and emotions received from such gaming. Guys, write in the comments below what you think about this setup. Do you like racing games, and if so, write which ones. We're very interested to know your opinion. Links to the setup can be found in the description below. Put the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you soon in the next video. Bye!